The following is a presentation of WCMP Sports, local sports.
Into the lane and just gets the roll.
Wow.
A Q Media Group production.
And the serve just clears the top of the net. Played by the Bombers.
Local high school sports. Also available for free on the WCMP mobile app or on the Q Media Group YouTube stream.
He's got a lot of room to run, and he's off to the races. 40, 45, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. He's gone!
Now to bring you the call, here's Ethan Game Day Gilman.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again inside Braham High School for tonight's Great River Conference matchup between the Braham Bombers and the visiting Rush City Tigers. I, of course, am Ethan Game Day Gilman, and I am here at Braham High School once again getting set for a Great River Conference matchup. I was here last night where Braham unfortunately fell to Barnum. It was a lot closer game than what the scoreboard will show, but they did fall in that one, 3-1 to Barnum. But tonight they're looking for a big win on their home court, a win that would be over the Great River Conference leaders, the Rush City Tigers, who are also the leaders in their section, playing out of Section 7 AA. Braham plays out of Section 4 Single A. Getting ready here on the Here's the Pitch pregame in Braham. Here's the Pitch in North Branch is the area's premier indoor training facility. Fast pitch, slow pitch, or baseball batting cages. Tune up your swing at Here's the Pitch in North Branch. We appreciate Here's the Pitch, and Jan Bernier, owner of Here's the Pitch. We always get an interview with her. I shouldn't say always. We just started it, and you can hear that interview during the football games at halftime. We're getting ready for this one. About 16 and a half minutes to go in the warm-up session, so we're about 20 minutes away with the national anthem and starting lineups getting announced, and then we will be ready for first serve here on 106.5 FM, AM 1350 WCMP, and of course, live with video at WCMPradio.com. Go to the sports tab, click on broadcast schedule. That's where you can find all the links for the games that we'll be covering during the week. Again, we're on the Here's the Pitch pregame, but now it is time for a A&W hometown handoff. Your hometown handoff is brought to you by A&W. A&W, craving a classic? Stop in for a frosty mug of their famous root beer. Pair it with a juicy cheeseburger or a savory mushroom and Swiss. A&W in Pine City. Taste the tradition. That's how you say it. We'll go out now to Mora, where Adam is over there in Mora getting set for his game he's about to call. Adam Hefty, are you there, my friend?
I am indeed. I am at Mora High School getting ready for the Great River Conference battle as the Ogilvie Lions take a trip down Highway 23 to face their Great River Conference rivals, the Mora Mustangs. Ogilvie coming into this one 3-2 on the season following a victory over Mille Lacs on Thursday night, 3-2. Head coach Pam Nichols was talking to me earlier this morning about how, they were really excited about getting that win against Mille Lacs. That was their first win over either of the Mille Lacs schools since 2019. So the Lions coming off on a high, and Mora 4-3 on the season, going 2-2 over at the Greenway tournament. So both these teams having mixed success this year in the early season. How are things over there in Braham?
Well, that sounds exciting. This is another Great River Conference matchup over here between the Braham Bombers hosting the Rush City Tigers. Obviously, Rush City Tigers top of the conference and their section, but Braham looking to defend what is affectionately known as the Hangar here in Braham. They're looking to get a big win at home after suffering a loss just yesterday to Barnum in the Battle of the Bombers. I'm expecting to see a really good one here. Braham has a little inexperience, but also has a lot of talent, and if they can grow this team, which they have been and will continue to do, they'll be a lot better come even just the middle of the season, but also the end of the season. I can't wait to see both of these teams in the playoffs. But Adam, I appreciate you coming on for this hometown handoff. Wish you the best of luck over there, and I know we'll get some updates during the game.
Of course, that sounds like a plan. You have a good time over there in Braham.
Thank you so much. That again was our A&W hometown handoff. A&W in Pine City is proud to present tonight's hometown handoff. Swing in for a frosty root beer, those burgers, plus they've got those amazing cheese curds waiting for you. A&W is rooting for all the athletes playing tonight. We appreciate Adam Hefty over there in Mora as we're over here in Braham, and we're getting ready for, again, this Great River Conference matchup. So before we look at these two teams a little bit more in depth, we're going to go ahead and hear a word from our fine sponsors. We'll be back after a word from said sponsors here on 106.5 FM, AM 1350, WCMP.
A&W Restaurant Pine City is still making fresh root beer. That signature item since 1919. It's still made fresh and on site with real cane sugar and a blend of secret ingredients. It doesn't get any better than this. Their world-renowned A&W root beer is a classic treat, and they can top it off with creamy vanilla soft serve to be known as the famous A&W root beer float. Now that's smooth, tasty, and refreshing. An American iconic A&W root beer float. It never tasted so good. A&W Restaurant Pine City. Come grab your root beer float today.
Pizza Pub in Pine City has a pizza and salad buffet on Fridays.
Not the right vibe. Trav and the gang at Pizza Pub are a little hipper. Here we go. Take 2.
Start off your weekend right with the Friday Pizza Buffet at Pizza Pub. From 11 to 1, pile your plate high with all-you-can-eat pizza for just $12, or upgrade to pizza and salad buffet for only $16. And they're now open Friday and Saturday 11 to 11 and Sunday 11 to 10. Pizza Pub, serving fresh pizza every day of the week. Come stop in.
Pizza Pub of Pine City.
Hey there, Brad from Lee's Pro Shop here. Are you ready to show off that school pride? Lee's Pro Shop is your official letter jacket supplier, and we're here to help you celebrate every touchdown, goal, and win. We got everything you need to create a perfect letter jacket that tells your story. And for a limited time, when you come in and mention this radio ad, you get $10 off your letter jacket. That's right, $10 off. So come in, let's start to tell your story. Lee's Pro Shop, where the passion for sports begins.
A jewelry store.
Nada.
Then it's a thrift store?
Nada.
A pawn shop.
Nada. Another Man's Treasure is not a lot of things. What it is a place to find gently used power tools, hand tools, tires, fishing and hunting gear, motocross gear, and a ton of other cool stuff. Stop by and sell your gently used items, or buy something at a fraction of the price of buying it new. Another Man's Treasure in Becker, Princeton, East Bethel, Rice Lake, Wisconsin, or North Branch. Or visit Another Man's Treasure on Facebook and see what came in today.
Your journey to a smile you'll love forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Lightforce braces or Invisalign clear aligners. With locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics. A smile you'll embrace forever.
Back here on WCMP 106.5 FM, AM 1350. Ethan Game Day Gilman out here in Braham, getting set for tonight's Great River Conference match between the Bombers and the Rush City Tigers. The stands are continuing to fill as we get ready for first serve here, set for about 7 o'clock. Now, and we might be right on time again like we were last night. The clock and everything pretty close together with the time that it will take for the national anthem and starting lineup. So pretty darn close to being able to start right on time. They do a great job of that everywhere we go. As we sit here in Braham, the Tigers and Bombers set to go at it. We'll take a look at the visiting team first in the Rush City Tigers. Oh, they're only 8-0, 2-0 in their section in which they play out of Section 7 AA, and they've won 20 sets while only losing 2. They've only lost 2. Yeah, 2 sets. One of them was to Pine City in their first game of the season, well, dual game of the season. They only, again, lost 1 set there in that one. Their section does look like this, though, for the top 5. Rush City number 1, then Greenway in the number 2 spot at 7-0. Esco with the number 3 spot at 11-2. Then Crosby number 4. Moose Lake Little River at number 5. But close behind are the next 3 teams: Mora, Mesabi, East, and Proctor. Now, Mora is unfortunately 0-2. They face 2 really good section teams, but Mesabi, East, and Proctor are right there as well. And, I mean, this is a section where each and every year it is deep and deeper than deep. It just seems like each and every year continues to get more and more talented. But for the last few years, there has been one consistent. That has been Rush City at the top. Now, if I remember correctly, I think International Falls was in this section, and they still are. I think that was a semifinal or a championship matchup a couple years ago. And for Rush City, they have faced off almost against everyone in this section in the championship game. Esco, it was 1 year. I think International Falls, it was another year. I think Deluche Martin. I mean, everyone. But they have done something that not many people have done, beat everybody to get to the state tournament. And what was it? Not last year, but 2 years ago, they were state runners-up. The year before that was, they went to state for the first time, and they lost in their first 2 games. The next year they came back, went to the state championship game, and then last year I think they won 1, lost 2 is how it went. I don't remember correctly, so I apologize if I'm saying the pass wrong, but they have done a pretty darn good job of just being consistent and continuing to reload on their talent. It's never a rebuild, and most coaches that around this area continue to reload, not rebuild. But, man, the Tigers have been the face of consistency here in the Great River Conference as well as their section. Again, 7AA. But looking at their 8 wins here this year, we'll take a look at who they are over and who they have lost to, or their sets to. Again, the first loss set was to Pine City. Then they would lose 1 to North Branch, but they haven't lost an entire game yet. They've only lost those 2 sets. So again, 20 set wins, 2 set losses coming into tonight. Their most recent win was over Mora last Thursday. Now, that says it's 3-0 win for Rush City, and that was a lot closer than I think a lot of people would think it is for being a 3-0 win for Rush City. Mora stuck in it. Mora gave Rush City everything they could handle and then some. And those might be the 2 teams at the beginning of the beginning, I guess you could call it the beginning of the playoffs, end of the regular season, that we might be talking about battling for the conference championship. Now, Rush City is obviously the leader. They're the ones to catch, but Mora gave everything they could handle and more to Rush City. And again, if it comes down to it, and there's 2 teams who are going to be at the top, it could be those 2 teams that are vying for that conference championship and taking home the crown. That would be my guess, but we've got a ton of teams in this conference, and we'll go ahead and take a look at some of the conference standings right now. Again, Rush City on top at 2-0, but Crosby Ironton following close behind at 1-0, 4-1 overall. Then Ogilvie at 1-0, and East Central also at 1-0. Pine City 1-1 coming in to tonight. And then Mora, Aiken, Mille Lacs, Braham, and Hinkley-Finlayson all 0-1 on the season. And unfortunately, all but one of those 0-1 teams has a above 500 record. That is Mora at 4-3. But, East Central is up there. Ogilvie, I expect this to shake up a little bit. But, again, a lot of us were expecting coming into this season that Rush City would be the team to beat. So far, so good. But a lot can change. This is a long season, ladies and gentlemen, and we're only into what now, week 3? A lot can change in the next 5 to 6 weeks, so be sure to stay close attention to volleyball. That's a look at Rush City. Looking over at Braham, they changed sections. Yeah, last year and for quite a few years, they played in the section of 5A East, where they played against teams like Swanville, Pine River Bacchus, Hill City Northland, Ogilvie, Mille Lacs, Upsala, East Central, and McGregor. Now they're in Section 4 Single A, where they'll play teams like Lester Prairie, Mayor Lutheran, Avail Academy, Hope Lutheran, a lot of those teams in that section. And again, they have not played a section game yet, and they may not have too many on the schedule, but so far they are 2-6. They've won 9 sets, lost 15 as they hold a 2-6 record. Looking at the season so far, they played in a Royalton tournament, won 1 of those, lost 3. Then they came out of that to beat Upsala 3-0, but they have since lost 3 in a row to Maple Lake, Pine City, and Barnum. Maple Lake, man, they probably should have won that one. Pine City, that was another one where, man, they probably could have and should have won the 4th set and pushed it to a 5th and probably came out with the victory. Barnum came back late last night in the 4th set. That was all but Braham's. They had a 10-point lead going into the 20s. I think it was 22-12 at one point. And unfortunately for Braham, Barnum came all the way back to get the victory, 3-1. As we take a closer look at this schedule for Braham, not a single section opponent on the schedule for them. So unfortunately, they will not play any opponents in Section 4 Single A until the playoffs. Now, is that good or bad? I don't know. I don't think it's either or. I think they play enough good conference opponents that they'll be ready once the playoffs start for Section 4 Single A. Now, again, we're talking playoffs, and you might be thinking to yourself, my goodness, this is a little early to talk about playoffs, is it not? Well, no. Believe it or not, this is going to come a lot sooner than we would all think, or maybe even we would all like it to. And, yeah, it's less than ideal how fast it decides to get here. But it will start Monday, October 20th. Will be the date of the first round of the playoffs for Section 4 Single A for Braham Bombers. Then it's the 21st, 23rd, 25th, 28th, and 30th would be the championship game. So a lot of dates on there, and we're, closing in on only a month away. Yeah, I know. You're thinking to yourself, we're a ways away. No, we're about a month and a half, maybe not even, away from that right now. Yeah, not even a month and a week and a half about. Maybe not even. So it's closing in on us, folks, and way quicker than we would like it to. But that is when the playoffs start for Braham's section. And again, we'll see. Again, I don't think not playing a section opponent this year will hurt them at all. I think it'll be just fine. I don't think it'll matter too much. Now, the first playoff game on the schedule for Rush City's section says November 1st, but I think that's the championship game because that's at Hermantown High School where the section semifinals and championship games take place. So I would assume that this is the section championship game. So again, that I'm guessing it will start around the 20th or 21st, 2nd, 3rd as well. So usually they try to start all of these around the same time. So, but for these two teams, both have high aspirations. Both are growing. Both are kind of young and inexperienced, but it's Rush City's youth that has more experience than Braham does at this point. Rush City, man, they had a younger team last year, and really the last 2 years, but it was the experience that these younger players were able to get these last couple of years that has boded so well for this team coming into this season. Again, if we look at their roster, there is not a senior on the roster. In fact, there's only 3 juniors. The rest are sophomores and freshmen, ladies and gentlemen. Again, 3 juniors, not a single senior. The rest are sophomore and freshmen. That's how young this Rush City team is, and they're still at the top of the section. Now, will they go undefeated? Well, I don't know. I would like to say that they could. I do believe that they could, but there's always a loss or two in there, and sometimes it's good. Now, this might ruffle a few feathers, and it's not meant to, and it's not meant to sound bad. But a loss on the season isn't a bad thing for any team, because then you learn how to work through a loss. Then you learn how to come back from a loss. You learn how to kind of get over a loss and come back and get to the next game and overcome those things. So I think losses are sometimes good in a way because sometimes you can learn more from a loss than you can a win. But that is just my opinion. We are getting set for first serve here in Braham. Warm-ups are just about concluded, which means we're going to get our national anthem and then our starting lineups, and then first serve will come. But that has been your Here's the Pitch pregame. Here's the Pitch has training facilities, batting cages, and even live instruction. Get your team trained at Here's the Pitch in North Branch. So that does it for the Here's the Pitch pregame. We're going to take a commercial break here. Word from our fine sponsors. When we come back, first serve here on WCMP.
Mille Lacs Health System has been standing in partnership with their patients for over 65 years. Their mission is to assist those residing in and visiting the Mille Lacs area in achieving and maintaining optimal health. Mille Lacs Health System providing urgent care and emergency services on their main campus in Onamia and family medical care in Onamia, Isle, Hillman, and Garrison. They salute the youth in the communities they serve and wish them good health and good luck.
At Burnett Dairy Cooperative, we're more than just your local dairy. We're also a trusted propane provider, serving homes, farms, and businesses across northwestern Wisconsin and east central Minnesota. Whether you need a tank installed or reliable delivery, we're here for you 365 days a year with flexible options that fit your needs. As a farmer-owned cooperative, we're committed to supporting our community because your home and farm deserve the best. Call 715-689-1032 to learn more. Burnett Dairy Propane, serving you with pride every day of the year.
Oh no.
Oh man.
Don't worry, Hones can fix you up. Butch, Christie, and the crew at Hones Auto Body and Glass have over 44 years of experience repairing vehicles from accidents and damage due to hail. In fact, they've got a huge state-of-the-art facility in Mora, are iCar and ASC certified, and certified in aluminum repair and welding. Plus, Hones is recommended by many insurance companies. Hones Auto Body and Glass in Mora. Hones, they'll fix you up right.
Here's the pitch.
Here's the pitch in North Branch, the area's premier indoor batting cages and training facility. State-of-the-art pitching machines for softball and baseball. Rent cages with machines or bring your own pitcher. Here's the Pitch also offers instruction from experienced players. And Here's the Pitch has enough room for coaches to bring the whole team for training. Here's the Pitch in the North Branch Outlet Mall.
Honeymoon, here we come. Where's our car?
It's been stolen.
We'll call our insurance agent. I'm right here.
Oh, hey, Jen. You got our invite.
Love the dress.
Are we covered for this?
Of course. That's why you chose auto owners. We work together to get the right coverage. So when the unexpected happens, you know you're covered.
That's simple human sense.
Your local auto owner's agent is Pine Insurance Agency. Visit them at pineagency.us today. pineagency.us.
Kettle River Pizza is a proud supporter of sports teams and community organizations. Local groups and teams across the state have had amazing success with Kettle River Pizza fundraising. From sausage and pepperoni to chicken Alfredo or the hot Hawaiian, the cheesy deliciousness practically sells itself. Visit kettleriverpizza.com to schedule your next fundraiser. It's so easy to get started. Got a pizza craving now? Pick up a Kettle River Pizza at your local grocery store or convenience store today.
Are you ready to get back to doing what you love? Whether it's recovering from an injury or preventing one, Wellia Health Sports Medicine Team is here to help. From kids to adults, we specialize in treating sports injuries, including concussions. We're here to get you back to peak performance. Call us today at 320-679-1313 or schedule an appointment through MyChart. Visit welliahealth.org.
Mom's Parkside Cafe in Pine City proudly serves breakfast skillets, scratch-made buttermilk pancakes, famous big cookies, and bread pudding with homemade caramel sauce. Enjoy home-style hot sandwiches made with real mashed potatoes and gravy. Voted Pine County's best breakfast, best lunch, and best soup and salad. This quaint cafe is owner-operated with a small-town feel. Stir in family and a sprinkle of hard work to complete the recipe for this award-winning cafe.
Order up! Mom's Parkside Cafe. Open Monday through Friday, 8 till 2, and weekends, 7 till 2.
Back here on WCMP 106.5 FM, AM 1350. The starters here tonight for both of these teams will look like this. For the Tigers, it will be number 3, Abby Thielander, number 4, Paige Wiener, then number 7, Clara Neeson, number 8, Kendra Heinz, number 9, Ellie Thielander, and number 18, Natalie Rude. Their libero will be Riley Zeltinger. On the other side for the Bombers, the libero tonight will be number 1, Klassman, then number 2, Olivia Keys, number 4, Ava Kunke, 6, Morgan Rysam, 7, Mackenzie Golly, 8, Bridget Golly, and 12, Lauren Lennes. That is how these teams will look tonight with their starting lineups as we get ready for first serve. Race Orthodontics scoreboard up there and ready to go. Everybody will kind of get set as we will await the lineups. So the starting 6 out there for both of these squads. It will be Natalie Rude set to serve for Rush City. Serve is up and going to be down for an ace for Natalie Rude. Well, that's a quick start. 1-0 Tigers. Right in front of a diving Rysdam. And this serve right back to Rysdam. This time gets the clean dig. And unfortunately, though, to the front of the net for Mackenzie Golly. She's going to push it into the bleachers, and it makes it 2-0. First meeting between these two teams this year. And a lot of times conference teams will meet twice. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention, if I'm being honest, looking at the schedule, so could change. This one got to the middle of the net, and Paige Wiener just knocked it back over and gets the kill to make it 3-0. Rude again will serve. Rysdam is there to Lennis at the front of the net, tapped over, and just a great play there by Mackenzie Gawley with the kill right on that far sideline. Nobody home for the Tigers, and it's the first points for Braham on the evening. Over there was Abby Thielander, but unable to get there in time. It's 3-1. Now with the serve, Lennis gets it over, and it's going to get down, and Ellie Thielander with the attempted, but didn't get there in time, and Lennis with the ace, 3-2. Another Lennis serve, this one over, and it's not going to get back over by the Tigers. It was dug up on the back line. Rude got it up on the set, but it kind of got to her a little bit quick, so she didn't quite get a clean set on it, and Lennis will serve again. We're tied at 3. This time a clean dig for Ellie Thielander. It gets over, and through the block, Abby Thielander this time with the kill. And it wasn't going to be too long before we called her name here this evening. The Tigers have had a lot of great hitters just in the last few years. Abby Thielander looks to be the next. This one is over. The libero Classman gets the dig, and it is hit over by Mackenzie Gawley. I don't know what Wiener and Abby Thielander were doing there. Both of them kind of looked at it and then kind of looked at each other and went, "Oh, I thought you were going to get it." Not the case for either of them. And it is a point back for the Bombers, 4-4. This serve is up and over. Dug up on the back line by Zeltinger, and this one is hit over by Neeson. And now tapped across. A diving dig from Zeltinger, but it is not going to get there. And it was that Ava Kunke? It was Ava Kunke on the kill that time. And the Bombers lead 5-4. If you heard me last night, I couldn't English. Tonight I'm hoping to be a little bit better. Meanwhile, Keys with the serve. Zeltinger there. Rude sets, and Paige Wiener looks for the kill off a block. Nice job by Keys just to put her hand out to get that one back over. It's Abby Thielander with the kill, and now Ellie Thielander looking for a kill. Back over again, Abby Thielander, but it's dug up by Keys. Morgan Rysdam looking for a kill. Blocked into the antenna. It's another point there for the Bombers, and they lead 6-4. Bombers coming out strong after getting down 3-0. And now lead 6-4. Keys, the serve is over. Zeltinger there. Rude sets on the far side. Ellie Thielander will get it across. Dug up by Classman, setting it up, and that's, Mackenzie Gawley with the hit, and then the kill that time. Was that could not tell if that was Paige Wiener or not. Meanwhile, Zeltinger out, and in for her comes number 8, Kendra Heinz. Back to serve is Paige Wiener. It's 6-5. Her serve is up, and it is over. Dug up by Classman towards the front of the net, and Mackenzie Gawley will look for the kill, but it's blocked at the net, dug up by Wiener. And now on this near side, Clara Neeson looks for the kill. Diving dig by Classman towards the net, and oh my goodness, that's Ellie Thielander hits it into the net. Prime opportunity for a big-time kill to tie this game up, but Braham's going to benefit off the mistake. Classman out, in comes Bridget Gawley. The libero tonight again is Classman. Classman in the games I had called so far was not the libero, but they decided to put her at that tonight. Mackenzie Gawley will serve. It's just over the net, a diving dig from Abby Thielander, and it gets over by Shania Anderson. What a great play on the slide. Hit across by Rysdam. Dug up, and now Ellie Thielander on the far side looking for a just accurate hit, and she places it perfectly right in front of the player on the back line to get that point back, 7-6. Ellie Thielander that time, the kill. Back to serve now is Clara Neeson for the Tigers. Serve is over. Classman there with the dig. Lennis will set for Morgan Rysdam. She'll tap across. Diving dig for Anderson, and she gets it across. Dug up by the Bombers now. They'll set it up on the far side for Ava Kunke off of a couple of hands. Tigers are going to get it back over on the hit from Ellie Thielander. Now it's Lennis setting it up for Bridget Gawley. Tapped at the net, but it's blocked there, and a block that time for Kendra Heinz. That'll tie us up at 7 apiece. Fireworks early on in this one for the Tigers. And Bombers had heartburn there. I apologize. Not that you needed to know that. Either way, Classman with the dig. Lennis sets it up for Rysdam. She mishit it a little bit, kind of off the side of her hand. Not what she wanted. And Ellie Thielander will look for the kill. It's dug up by think it was Golly, and then we get a whistle there on Rush City into the net, I think, and Bombers get one back, 8-7. Now back to serve is Ava Kunke. Her serve's over. Neeson there for the dig. Rude sets. Ellie Thielander with the kill attempt, but another whistle there on Rush City makes it 9-7, and the Bombers student section getting into it. Ava Kunke will serve again. It's up and it is over. Ellie Thielander hit it there, completely out of position that time, and it's 10-7. Ava Kunke with the serve, and it's long, so that will make it 10-8. And now back to serve is Ellie Thielander. Ellie Thielander's serve is over. Two Bombers go after it, and they manage to get it over, and then that one off the hit is going to go a little bit. It wound up getting over the net, but it wound up just going out of bounds on the near sideline. Now to serve, Morgan Rysdam. Line drive serve right to Neeson is dug up. Rude. And then tapped across there. Still dug up and hit over the net by Rysdam. Coming all the way from the back line for that one. Abby Thielander with an absolute rocket, though. Sends that one back and says, my point. And she was right. It's 11-9. And back to serve now is that number 8, Kendra Heinz for the Tigers. Serve is up and over. Classman with the dig. Lennis sets. Bridget Golly off a block at the net. Dug up on the back line by a racing Neeson and then tapped across by Abby Thielander. A sliding dig from Rysdam, kept alive for Keys, and then Ellie Thielander with the dig on the back line. Abby Thielander will get it. Rysdam right there and ready. Lennis sets it up for Keys again after a block from Rude, Wiener, and then Braham is able to get it over on the Rysdam hit. Rude will set it up. Wiener looks for the kill. Blocked at the net again. Rude there. And Abby Thielander will look for the kill. That is in. And that's another point there for the Tigers. Make it 11-10. And it will be Heinz to serve again. And that's going to go into the net. And Bombers get the point back, 12-10. Apologize for the little bit of what seemed like glitching screen there. Battery was slowly going on me, so I plugged it in. No worries, we're up and ready to go. Classman will come in to serve for the Bombers. The serve is over, dug up by Ellie Thielander on the back line. Rude sets it up on the far side for Abby Thielander, and that is absolutely rocketed back the other way by Thielander for the kill. They get 12-11. On that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard, Natalie Rude will go back to serve. It's over. Rysdam with the dig. Lennis sets on the far sideline. Mackenzie Golly hits it over. Blocked at the net by Wiener. Wiener will send it back then on the dig and hit over by Neeson. Rysdam is there. Lennis again. This time Keys. She just taps it across and in front of a diving Rude. It's down. And the kill there for Keys. 11-13 is the score with the Bombers on top of the Tigers. And now it is Lennis to serve. It's up and over. A dig there for Ellie Thielander. Rude pushes it to the far side for Abby Thielander, and it gets down. Apparently, Rysdam did not get her hand underneath that one, this near side referee says. So it's a kill for Abby Thielander once again. Already at 4 kills on the evening. 13-12. Abby Thielander will serve. It's over. Dug up by Keys. And, wow, a low set there from Lennis. And then a diving dig on the far side from Riley Zeltinger's not going to get underneath it. And Braham will get a point back, 14-12. Rush City cannot overcome this Bomber lead. And the Braham Bombers just holding on. Olivia Keys' serve is over. Dug up by Zeltinger. Rude will set. It's Abby Thielander lining it up. She just has to get it with the left hand to get it over so it doesn't hit the antenna. And now Morgan Rysdam coming back with one, but it's blocked at the net by Wiener and Neeson. And now the Tiger student section getting into it, 14-13. Serve from Wiener is over, dug up by Klassman. Len is at the front of the net and hitting it over Ava Kunke, but Rude is right there and waiting. Neeson hitting it over, blocked at the net by Morgan Rysdam. And it stays on the Tigers side, 15-13. Mackenzie Golly readying her serve. It's over. Dug up by Abby Thielander, and Heinz will hit it across. Mackenzie Golly there. Lennis pushes it for Bridget Golly. Off the block. Heinz will hit it back across. Keys will keep it alive on the dig. Setting it up for Bridget Golly again. Taps it over. Rude is there, though, to Abby Thielander. Now Ellie Thielander setting it up. And just an unfortunate dig there from Keys will push it out of play. And that makes it 15-14. Both these student sections getting into it. This is getting fun. These two rival schools going at it. Oh, man, this is fun. It's too bad they don't play each other this year in football that I remember. If they do, that's going to be a fun one. Claire Neeson to serve. Serve is over, dug up by Keys. Lennis pushes it to the far side for Ava Kunke, and she's going to wind up with the kill as that one gets down in front of a diving Tiger player, 16-14. Ava Kunke will go back to serve for the Bombers. Bombers wearing their blue jerseys, the gold stripes on the sleeve and side of the jersey, white letters and numbers outlined in that gold. Serve is over. Ellie Thielander there. Rude will set, and that was Heinz who will hit it across, dug up by Keys. Lennis, Rysdam with the kill. You can't let her square it up like that. That is absolutely hammered. And the student section saying that's a missile. That might be an understatement. Serve is over, dug up by, that's Neeson. And looking for the kill and getting it through a block. That time was Kendra Heinz. 17-15. Serve is over. Ellie Thielander's serve is dug up. And Morgan Rysdam taps it over. I mean, that is... No. No. No, they say it is Rush City's point into the net or something. It was an incredible hit from Rysdam. She was going up acting like she was going to absolutely hammer it, and they just tapped it over. It was a great hit, but it doesn't count. Abby Thielander this time sending it home on a missile. And that'll tie us at 17 apiece. So a mistake from Braham has allowed the Tigers now to tie it up. And, man, Braham held on to that lead for a long time. And I thought maybe there was a chance that Braham was going to pull away. Rush City kept it close, but there's no reason that Braham can't get it back here. And why not? Morgan Rysdam off a block, still gets it down for the kill. I mean, Morgan Rysdam has just been set up beautifully tonight by her teammates. And gets the kill. She's now back to serve. Abby Thielander going to go to the referee on the ladder and ask a question. Head coach Thielander wants to know something. So now we're going to get, the head ref says they're going to replay the point, and now we're going to get some of the other I'm not sure what they're talking about. They're going to talk about replaying this point. So a head coach of the Tigers, Eric Thielander, had something he wanted to ask. He had Abby Thielander ask it. And the head ref initially said that they were going to replay the point. And it looks like they will. So now it will be Tigers. So now it does look like they'll replay the point. So now, oh boy, a lot of confusion here. They're still talking about it. I am not quite sure what's going on. There was a signal that said maybe it was tipped, and then it was, I'm not even going to begin to try and describe what that was, because that was a whole lot of confusion for both sides. Morgan Rysdam serve is over. Shania Anderson with the dig. Oh, Rude went to set it. Instead, Ellie T-Lander went after it. Now it's dug up by Lenez. Klassman will get it and blocked at the net. No, it was hit over the block. Nice job there by Braham. And Abby T-Lander will hit it back across. Lenez will set it up. And that is, no, it's going to get into the rafters, and a nice hit there by Heinz to get the kill. Well, that'll tie us up at 18. So tied at 18 apiece, and Rush City will get the serve back. It's Kendra Heinz. Serve is over. Dug up by Rysdam, and then the hit over by Lenez. And Lenez going to get the kill. Woo-wee! Going in late into this first set. And man, oh man, it is back and forth, but Braham with the advantage. Klassman serve into the net. Well, just as I say that, the full announcer's jinx in effect, and I apologize. 19 all. Rude will serve. It's over. Dug up by Ava Kunke. Keys with the hit across, blocked at the net by Neeson. Keys again, blocked at the net by Wiener. Wiener will try and hit it through a block, but it's blocked. Dug up by Rude. And Abby T-Lander will look to hit it across. Nice sliding dig there from Rysdam. Keys will look to hit it over. Diving dig from Zeltinger. Rude again. Abby T-Lander trying to deliver it home, and it's the dig by Klassman, and then Keys. That one kind of ricocheted and came down a little bit differently than where she thought it was going to. And it will be Tigers point 2019 is the score. Rude serve is over. Rysdam, a late dig. Lenez will set it up for Mackenzie Golly, and that is a beautiful hit for Mackenzie Golly to tie everything back up at 20. 20 apiece as Lauren Lenez will go back to serve. She was our Pine Insurance Player of the Game last night. Had a pretty good night last night, even though her team fell to Barnum. Serve is over. Zeltinger with the dig. Rude will set, and Abby T-Lander has to get it over. Rysdam there to Lenez, and it does hit the net, but it gets over on the third hit. And Clara Neeson will look for the kill. Blocked at the net, dug up by Klassman to Lenez. She'll push it over for Keys. Keys with the light tap, but Neeson is there. Now Lenez, and it's hit over by Ava Kunke. Dug up by the Tigers. Abby T-Lander trying to get it down, and she does. Abby T-Lander will get the kill. They get 21-20. Abby T-Lander now back to serve for Rush City. His serve is over. Rysdam is there. That one back across the net. Ellie T-Lander look for the kill, but it's dug up again by Rysdam. This time again, Ellie T-Lander will get another chance, and this time does get the kill. And 22-20, this is the largest lead for Rush City on the night. They've led by one, but no more. Braham then came back to retake the lead after that. And now the Tigers are trying to close it out. 22-20. Abby T-Lander serve is over. Dug up by Keys. It's into the rafters. Doesn't hit, though. Lenez will get it to the front of the net. Paige Wiener almost had a block, but I think it stayed on the Braham side. And now Ellie T-Lander will hit it across. Dug up again by the Bombers. Olivia Keys looks for the kill. Blocked at the net again. That time it's Neeson. Now again, Keys looks for again. That is blocked at the net. This time by Wiener. Lenez will set it up. This time Rysdam looks for the kill. Off a block right in front of the diving Zeltinger. And wow. That actually might have been Ava Kunke. I don't know. Well, it doesn't matter because Braham gets a point back, 22-21. Olivia Keys to serve. It's up and over. Zeltinger there for the dig. Rude sets. Neeson gets it down, but somehow, oh my goodness, Braham almost keeps it alive. It went into the net for a moment, and off the ricochet, Rysdam got it and just couldn't push it back over, 23-21. I'm going to lose my voice halfway through the second set. This is insane action. Paige Wiener will now serve. It's over, dug up by Klassman. Len is on the far side, setting it up for Ava Kunke, blocked at the net and dug up by Neeson. Now, and setting it up for Abby T-Lanner, and it just ricochets off the block, gets down, and now it's set point for Rush City 24-21. Will you... Nope, we're going to get a quick whistle because Olivia Keys has to tie her shoe, and she's up and ready to go. Said before, I'll say it again, a loose lace on a court, dangerous. Serves over, dug up by Klassman. Lennes will push it on this near side for Rysam, and she hits it into the net. And that is how set one will end. 25-21. A bunch of action here in this one, but it will be the Tigers who take the first set over the Braham Bombers. So that is set one. It is done, but it feels like this could go on really kind of forever just because of how well both these teams are playing. It's been a lot of fun so far, and I can't wait to see what is to come. It's going to be a Hones set break. Hones Auto Body and Glass has over 44 years of experience repairing vehicles from accidents and damage due to hail. They're family-owned and operated, and they've got a huge state-of-the-art facility in Mora. Big city quality auto repair right there in Mora. We'll be back after a word from our fine sponsors on WCMP.
Now it's time for the Q Media Sports Set Break, brought to you by Hones Auto Body and Glass in Mora. More local high school sports action is on the way.
Hey there, neighbors. Matt Winsand, CEO Burnett Dairy. Farmers are the people that wake up before the sun, who battle the elements, and tend to their crops and herds with a passion that runs deep in their veins. At this time, I would personally like to thank the farmers. From all of us at Burnett Dairy Cooperative to all of our incredible farmers, thank you. Burnett Dairy Cooperative. Real farms, real flavor.
When it comes to yours or your loved one's end-of-life celebration, there are many options. Find guidance from the professionals at Methvin Funeral and Cremation Services. Church services, celebration of life services at one of their chapels, a ceremony in a park, or even cremation. Methvin has the resources to facilitate everything from start to finish. Methvin Funeral and Cremation in Mora, Hinckley, Sandstone, and Isle, or find them online at methvinfuneralhome.com, serving our community since 1912.
Arrow Building Center in Siren is your leading name throughout the Midwest with trusted brands for your building supplies and services. Arrow Building Center has been providing contractors, homeowners, and do-it-yourselfers with quality products and expert service for all projects, big and small, for many decades. No matter the size of your next project, Arrow Building Center is at your service. And don't forget, free, yes, free delivery, always. Stop on by Arrow Building Center in Siren, conveniently located off Highway 70, or visit them online at abc-clc.com.
Back here on WCMP 106.5 FM, AM 1350, and of course live with video at WCMPradio.com. The Tigers take set one, 25-21, but man, Braham led pretty much all of that first set, and it wasn't until late in that set that Rush City actually took their first lead. And then they didn't even lead for that long. It was 1 point, and then Braham came back, tied it, retook the lead. And then it was the Tigers who came back and retook the lead, and they would eventually hold on to that lead and win the first set. But that was a lot of action there in the first, and if that's any indication as to how this one's going to go, oh man, this could be the game of the year. And we're only, this is the third week of the regular season, so this could get crazy. And why not? It'd be a lot of fun. Lauren Lennes will go back to serve for Braham to begin set number 2. It is over. It's dug up by Ellie T-Lanner. It's going to get into the net, and Braham will get the first point. Now Braham led, again, that entire set, but could not close it out. But give Tigers credit, they came back. This one is, that was in, and kill there from Paige Wiener. And the serve from Rude is over, dug up by Klassman to the front of the net. Len is setting it up for Ava Kunke. Through a block, but on the back line, Zeltinger gets the dig. And Abby Thielander will look for the kill, but it's Rysdam there who digs it up for Braham. At the net and over. Nobody home on that far sideline corner. Ellie Thielander not too happy, as she maybe felt like someone else was supposed to be there, or miscommunication, I'm not sure. She was not too pleased. Olivia Keys will serve for Braham. It hits the net and it's going to get over. Hey, any way you can get a point, you'll take it. An ace for Olivia Keys. Doesn't matter if it hits the net and rolls over, it clears the net and gets down. An ace is an ace. This time it's dug up by Ellie Thielander. Abby Thielander looks to come back with one, and through the block it gets down. Another kill for Abby Thielander. It was a 3-0 lead for Braham to start that first set before Rush City even scored. As now Abby Thielander will serve. This one much better, and this is going to go long on the serve from Abby Thielander, make it 4-2. And again, both these teams young and still a little bit inexperienced, so both these teams still learning and growing, but for Rush City, they've been able to put it together a little bit more this year. And again, their younger talent has that experience. Meanwhile, it's going to be an ace here for Klassman, making it 5-2. Serve is over. Ellie Thielander. Zeltinger races after it and hit across by Rude. Klassman now will set it up for Lennis, who will push it to Rysdam, and then on the back line, Zeltinger gets it. Rude setting it up for Neeson, who underhands it over. Surprised she got that one over. It looked like she wouldn't be able to. Ava Kunke will get it over. Rude will set, and Paige Wiener will look for the kill. Off a block, and it's going to get down. Paige Wiener another kill, make it 5-3. The Paige Wiener serve is over, dug up by Keys. Lennes will set it up for Bridget Golly, and it gets through the block of Heinz and down for Bridget Golly. 6-3. Serve now from Ava Kunke. Dug up by Abby Thielander to the front of the line for Rude. Heinz will look to tap it across. Bridget Golly off her back foot somehow gets it across, does Keys. And now Abby Thielander right back, and Golly tipped it backwards, and she looked and said, I'm sorry, that shouldn't have been me. I shouldn't have gone after it. That should have let you have that, or shouldn't have touched it. I just love the conversation there between the teammates, quickly trying to be there for each other and let them know, hey, my bad. Claire Neeson will now serve. It's up and over. It's Klassman again with the dig, now pushed over by Lennis. Rude will get the initial dig and hit across by Ellie Thielander. And now a dig for Keys. Bridget Golly looks to come back with one. Shania Anderson with the dig, and Abby Thielander, but it's dug up by Klassman. Morgan Rysdam sends that one home. Yes. Yes, she does. I don't know if it was tipped or... Yeah, it looked long initially, so it must have been tipped, because we had a little bit of a pause. So, but Morgan Rysdam, another kill, and she will serve. It's going to come up well short, and just complete and utter miscommunication there among everybody on the Tigers side. It's 8-4, the largest lead of the night for the Braham Bombers. Serve is dug up by Ellie Thielander. Rude will push, and Ellie Thielander looks to come back with one. It was tipped there by Rysdam, so it goes out of bounds. The kill for Ellie Thielander, making it 8-5. The serve is by Ellie Thielander. Braham gets it, and then it's blocked at the net by Heinz. That's a great play by Kendra Heinz, because Lauren Lennis was looking to push across on the set, and Kendra Heinz was right there. Great job at being the aggressor that time by the sophomore for Rush City. Ellie Thielander will serve. 8-6 is our score. Diving dig by Rysdam. She makes it look easy sometimes. Keys will hit it across for Heinz, who gets the dig, and now Abby Thielander sends it right back home. and makes it 8-7. An emphatic kill that time from Abby Thielander. Difference is 1 on that Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard. They have 3 locations: Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge. The serve is just going to get over the net. Rysdam will just get under it, and Bridget Golly hits it over. Blocked at the net and then dug up by Neeson on the back line. Abby Thielander delivers that one. A perfectly placed ball that time from Abby Thielander. Another kill, and this ties us at 8 apiece. Rush City was not able to tie it this early on in set 1, so a little bit better here in the second set, although they were down by 4 at one point. This is over. Rysdam with the dig. Leniz, and then Klassman just does get it over the net. Ellie Thielander, there. Now Abby Thielander has, that just too awkward of an angle there. That one got out of play on the side of the net where the ref is on the ladder, and she had to try and get it over without hitting the antenna. Could not do it there. Just too tough of an angle. Now to serve Bridget Golly. It's over. Shania Anderson with the diving dig. Pushed across by Rude. Diving dig by Rysdam, and Key, hits it into the net. I always wonder how tough it is for a team to have a play like that where you get an amazing play on one side like you just had from Morgan Rysdam, who was diving after it to make that play, then to have it end like that. I've always wondered how tough it is, but also they got to come back the very next play. So it's like a quarterback mindset. You just got to forget about it. Back and forth, they push and push and push, and then the final push from Braham winds up going a little too long on that far sideline, or rather near sideline, towards the scorer's table. And Tigers take the lead 10-9. Back to serve is Kendra Heinz for the Tigers. And her serve is right to Rysdam, who gets the clean dig. Keys will now look for the kill, and that was long? Maybe? Yes. So it was long. The Tigers do not touch it. I wasn't sure if there was conversation or what, but it was long. And another serve from Heinz. Rysdam could not get a clean dig that time, and it's going to be an ace for Kendra Heinz, her first of the evening. Tigers have not had a lot of aces here tonight. As Heinz will serve. Again, right to Rysdam, this time much cleaner. And it's going to get into the net. Leniz was there, but just too close to the net. Really not much she could do on that one. And just tried to get underneath it off the deflection, but unfortunately that one just too close to the net for comfort, and she did all she could. Heinz, another serve. Boom. Right to Rysdam again. At the net. 2 players had their hands on it from both teams, but it winds up getting over, and now Paige Wiener will hit it across again. Leniz pushes it over. Dug up by Heinz on that near sideline. Rude sets it up for Wiener. It's going to get down. Leniz with the dive, but Wiener will get the benefit off of a nice play there. And we're going to get a timeout called by Braham. 14-9 is our score here in set number 2. Back after a word from our fine sponsors here on WCMP.
Traditions are passed down, and we learn what is important. The value of $1, the importance of family, the ability to do a job yourself. Central Boiler designed the Classic Edge with these same values in mind. The Classic Edge Outdoor Wood Furnace from Central Boiler. A perfect combination of value and performance.
Visit northlandboilersales.com.
Back here on WCMP 106.5 FM. An update there from Mora. The Mustangs beat Ogilvie in set 1, 25-17. Mora looking for their first conference win of the year, while Ogilvie looks to make it their second. But this would be on the road. Got it over Mille Lacs again. They hadn't beat Mille Lacs, whether it was Mille Lacs Co-op or Isle or Onamia, since 2019. It had been a while. The serve here from Heinz into the net. And hey, the timeout works to perfection there for Braham. And again, sometimes it's not so much to get your team back with some momentum, it's to sometimes just get the other team out of rhythm. Now Lauren Leniz will serve for Braham. Her serve does get over. Ellie Thielander had to dive for that one. And Abby Thielander will look for the kill. Rysdam there. Oh, it hits into the rafters off the dig. That's unfortunate. 15-10. Natalie Rude will serve. It's over. Classman to Lenez, to Keys. It's going to go long. 16-10 now as Keys delivers that one a little too far. And Rude wastes no time for that serve. Classman gets it and hit into the net by Ava Kunke, dug up by Wiener, and now Abby Thielander through a couple of different hands for another kill. She's nearing double digits already in kills. In fact, she is over double digits in kills already. 17-10, Rude with the serve. And Classman again. It's at the net. Wiener will touch it back across. And a kill there for Paige Wiener. 18-10. Rude. Serve. Oh, and right in between both Classman and Rysdam. And that falls right in between them for an ace for Rude. Her second of the evening. Just a miscommunication there. I think both thought either was going to get it, and, well, neither did. This time it will be Classman who will get the dig on the serve. Olivia Keys looking for the kill. Blocked at the net. Dug up by Neeson, and now Paige Wiener will look for the kill. Dug up on the back line here by Rysdam. Keys again blocked at the net by Wiener again. And pushed over. Ava Kunke is going to get it through the block for the kill. It wasn't a big swing. It wasn't a kill that you're going to write home about. It was just the right play that time, and that's all you need sometimes. You don't need all the highlight reel plays all the time. Serve from Keys is over, dug up by Abby Thielander. Paige Wiener has to hit it over. It's blocked at the net and then dug up by Braham. And Morgan Rysdam mishit that one. She wanted that one a little bit better. Wants that one back as Abby Thielander looks for the kill. Blocked at the net, dug up by Rude. They'll set it up for Abby Thielander again. Through a block, and it's going to get down. Another kill for Abby Thielander. 20-11 is our score. Abby Thielander will serve. Dug up by Mackenzie Gawley. And now hitting it. Oh, miss hitting it was Morgan Rysdam. And she wants that one back. Morgan Rysdam so frustrated with herself. Says to herself, seriously, come on, I know I'm better than that. But it's a mistake, and they happen. And she understands that, and she'll get another chance here. She does get the dig. Lenez will set it up. Oh, and pushing it across is Mackenzie Gawley, and it's going to work. Mackenzie Gawley had to push it across because, well, quite frankly, she had no other play because it was a little mishit on the set. But she did, again, the right move, pushed it over, and nobody home on that back line for Rush City. So she'll get the kill now. Classman will serve. Dug up by Zeltinger. Rude sets for Abby Thielander. She has to tap it across, but it is dug up there by Bridget Gawley. And Bridget Gawley will have to hit it across. Zeltinger on the back line with the dig. Rude will set it up here for Neeson, who hits it into the net. 21-13, just when you thought Braham was going to be out of it. They're right back in it, 21-13. A few mistakes by Rush has allowed Braham right back into it. Serve is over. Zeltinger again there, and Paige Wiener looks for the kill, but it's blocked at the net, dug up by Braham. They'll set it up. Bridget Gawley blocked at the net this time by Neeson, and it will not get through her block, her second of the evening. 22-13. And now serving is Paige Wiener. It's long, and Braham just lets that one go. We've seen that a couple times last night where Braham did that, and then it wound up staying in, and this time, though, not the case. Ava Kunke will now serve. Second set, and it's over. Dug up by Abby Thielander. Rude. And Ellie Thielander gets a chance now, but Classman right there ready for the dig. Olivia Keys will hit it over. Abby Thielander, what a dig. And it's hit over. Oh, my goodness, back and forth on the blocks from both sides. But it's going to be Tiger's turn, and it's hit over. But again, Classman. And into the net, I think, went Neeson. Make it 22-15, and the Bombers making their way back. 22-15. Serve is over by Ava Kunke near the net. Rude gets the dig, keeps it out of the net. Ellie Thielander will hit it across. They'll set it up for Bridget Golly on that far side. Rude there on the light hit from Golly. They'll set up. Ellie Thielander wants this one. Klassman, though, gets it over. Blocked at the net. It rolls on the net. Lenez has to get it up again on the dig. Bridget Golly looks for the kill. Blocked at the net. Shania Anderson with the dig. Rude keeps it alive. Hit, tapped across by Heinz at the net. Lenez to Golly. It's over. Yes, it stays in. One calls a tip. I couldn't quite tell, so I don't know what to say on that one. So 22-16. Ava Kunke serve. This time Abby Thielander with the dig to Rude. They'll set it up for Abby Thielander again. That is in. No. Got a little bit of a friendly call that time, did the Bombers. A little bit of home court advantage there. That'd be worth a look to see for ourselves, just to see how wrong I am on the call. Because more times than not when I say that, I'm wrong just because my brain can't compute the speed. So Braham right back in it, 22-17. This is up and over. Oh, Bridget Golly missed it, but luckily her teammate Keys was there. Anderson on the back line with the dig. Rude will set, and it's out of bounds. So let's take a look quickly at that replay because I am curious. Now we're not going to see it in time. We got a serve coming. Abby Thielander sets it up for Neeson, and that's going to get down. So the Tigers are able to stop the slide there with that kill from Neeson. And while we got a moment, let's take a look at that replay because I want to see how close that was. And I mean, I possibly didn't get to it in time either. So you can see here's the dig, and here's the attempt. I didn't get it on camera. Go figure. Neeson will serve 23-18. Dug up by Kunke. They'll set it up for Rysdam. Through the block, and it's a Rysdam kill. 23-19. And she will serve. Ellie Thielander with the dig. Neeson will chase after it. And Abby Thielander has to just get this one over. And Bridget Golly gets it. Dug up again by Abby Thielander. Ellie Thielander. It's kept alive by Lenez on the dive, and Rysdam gets it across. Great play there. And now Heinz with the hit right down Broadway gets the kill. And it's set point for the Tigers, 24-19. Ellie Thielander back to serve. Bombers need 5 straight to erase set point. Serve is over. Dug up by Ava Kunke. Golly. That one is going to be tipped out of bounds by Anderson. And you know what? I don't know if Anderson maybe shouldn't have let that one go. That one had a little bit of steam on it, and it looked like it was traveling a ways. But great job there for the Bombers to get that one. Serve now by Bridget Golly is going to go into the net. And, man, that's a tough way to end this second set as the serve is in to the net. So set 2 is won by the Tigers, 25-20 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. We will be back. It'll be another Holmes Auto Body and Glass set break here on WCMP. Holmes Auto Body and Glass in Mora. ICAR and ASE certified Holmes Auto Body and Glass in Mora is recommended by insurance companies. Had an accident? Let Holmes Auto Body and Glass fix you up. Back after word from our fine sponsors here on WCMP.
Now it's time for the Q Media Sports Set Break. Brought to you by Holmes Auto Body and Glass in Mora. More local high school sports action is on the way.
Hi, Rob.
Hey, why have you been so happy lately?
It's because I no longer pay for hot water.
What? You have 4 teenagers that take all-day showers. How do you not pay for hot water?
Well, I put in a central boiler outdoor furnace that heats my house, my garage, and now I have virtually endless free hot water.
Wow, that's great. With my 10 kids, I'll really save some money. Where do I get a furnace?
Check with your local central boiler dealer, of course.
Northland Boiler Sales, your local central boiler sales dealer. Visit northlandboilersales.com.
Hi, I'm Samantha.
I'm Ebony. I'm Megan.
And I'm Alicia.
Together, we're dapper and divine. Whether you're looking for bold color,
fresh cuts, or laid-back vibes,
we're all about hair that feels like you.
At Dapper and Divine, we want you to leave our salon feeling confident,
fun, and effortlessly gorgeous.
Dapper and Divine, on the corner of Main Street, Pine City, across from the Bottle Shop. Right now, get $2 off your kid's haircut till the end of September. You know, back to school time at Dapper and Divine.
Are you tired of long commutes to the Twin Cities to work in the HVAC field? Dale's Heating and Appliance in Pine City is now hiring full-time installation and service technicians to join their growing team. Dale's Heating and Appliance is an established Lennox Premier dealer looking to expand their business. Benefits include competitive wages, health insurance, paid vacation, paid holidays, 401k, and more. Submit your resume to daleshvac@yahoo.com or visit Dale's Heating and Appliance in downtown Pine City today.
Well, this has been a fun one. It has been entertaining since the beginning, and Braham needs to win this set here. Otherwise, this one will unfortunately end early. So they need the victory in this third set. Otherwise, Tigers will take it 3-0. But it's not like this is out of control or like the Braham Bombers can't do it. It's like so far-fetched that they can't. No, they've been really close all night. And, you know, the first set they led a majority of that set. And it wasn't until late in the 20s that Rush City got their first lead. Then Braham came back, tied it up, and retook the lead. And then they finally, Tigers did, pulled away. But, man, it really felt like Braham should have won that first set. But, again, they're still learning how to close things out here this season. And sometimes with youth like this and inexperience, you sometimes have to learn how to win. And that seems weird to say maybe for a lot of people, but when you have some players who haven't played a lot of varsity time, sometimes you're not quite sure how to close things out, or you know that the adrenaline can get to you, the nerves, there's so much that goes into it. And again, I certainly have nowhere to speak, because if I was out here, I would, you think you've seen it all. Wait till you see me out on the court. You haven't seen nothing yet in terms of bad play. Yeah, it would be bad and then worse, and then worse has a basement with me. So if I were out there, so I would not be good at all. Getting ready for the third set. Both these teams have their starting six that they want. And it will be Natalie Rude to serve to open it up. Keys with the dig. Rysdam wants it right away. Tapped over, and you had nearly the entire Tigers team looking at that one. Head coach Eric Thielander comes to the team, just says, hey, it's all right, forget about it, move on. But Bombers get one there, and you'll take that. That is a Rysdam kill. Now the Rush City Tigers will look for the kill the other way. The block will push it out of bounds, and Thielander, that's Abby Thielander, will tie it up at 1. And speaking of, she'll go back to serve. Oh, it does get over the net, and somehow Keys gets the dig. I don't know how she got underneath that one, but she keeps it alive. Wow, what a play. Now, Ellie Thielander, I thought so. Well, yeah, okay. So initially it looked like it hit into the net. They waited a little bit. They kind of discussed it with their body language, and they finally decided, yep, okay, it did hit the net. So Morgan Rysdam will serve. This is just over the net. Ellie Thielander not going to get a good dig, and it's 3-1 on the ace from Morgan Rysdam. So Rysdam readying the serve in these first, three after that serve goes in the net. The first, all these sets so far, the Bombers have not only led, scored first, but have led by 3. Now Shania Anderson will serve for the Tigers. It's over. Rysdam there, and Keys looking for the kill. Through a block, Anderson. And off the ricochet on the net, Heinz can't quite get it. Just not really much of a play there for her to try and get it. And Point back for the Bombers, 4-2. Klassman will now serve. And this one's over. And again, miscommunication between Anderson and T-Lander on that back line. An ace there for Klassman. And Bombers out to a 5-2 lead. Serve over. Abby T-Lander there for the dig. And Heinz will look for the kill. Blocked at the net by Keys. And Neeson will get this one back over. Two players go after it. It's dug up by the Bombers. It's going to push it back, but Abby T-Lander's there. And now Neeson trying to get it through the block, and she does. And the Tigers get one back, 5-3. Clara Neeson now to serve. This one's over. Rysdam on that far sideline with the dig. Keys hits it back. Neeson on the far line to get the dig. Lenez back across. Abby T-Lander diving dig, and Neeson will get it back across to keep the play alive. Keys and Rude there both got their hands on it, and Ellie T-Lander looks for a kill. Diving dig by Klassman. Keys will hit it back across. Anderson there. Rude pushes it over. Nobody home. The racing Rysdam couldn't quite get there in time. And a great play there by Natalie Rude. Neeson. Serve. And it's Klassman with the dig. Lenez to the front of the net for Keys. And yes, it is in. And Keys will get the kill. It was close. They were kind of on the edge there of, well, was it in, was it not? And they decided yes. And that one was pretty clearly in. Now Lenez will serve for the Bombers. It's over. Dig from Neeson. Rude sets. And it's tapped over. I think that was Heinz. It was. Diving dig from Rysdam. Keys to the back line. Neeson did not get a clean dig. Another one there for Keys. 7-4. Braham's largest lead of the evening is 4 points. This is 3. Serve is over. Ellie with the dig. Rude. And unfortunately, again, that set from Rude just kind of put her teammates, or put the ball in a bad spot. Couldn't quite get to that one, and Lauren Lenez will serve. Again, serve. Just getting over, that's going to be an ace for Lauren Lenez. And this, now the largest lead of the night for Braham, 9-4. One thing I enjoy about T-Lander is in these types of situations where maybe other teams would call a timeout and try and get something back or get something going, he lets his team play through it. And I think that's a lot of the reason why they have the experience that they do. This one going to wind up on the side of Braham as they couldn't get it. Again, that one kind of ricocheted off the net and just couldn't manage to get it up again. 9-5. Ellie T-Lander will serve. This one's over. Klassman has to get that one at the last second. And then getting the hit across is Ava Kunke. And now Abby T-Lander through 2 sets of hands gets the kill, 9-6. What a great match this has been so far between these two teams. Yes, it's 2-0, but my oh my, it's been closer than that. Serve is over. Klassman to Lenez. Keys off the net. Tigers kind of benefit there. And now Abby T-Lander will look for the kill. Klassman read that one like a book, setting it up for Mackenzie Golly. Taps it over. Diving dig from Ellie T-Lander. Neeson, nope, can't get it across as it goes into the rafters. And she almost as if to say, are you kidding me? Come on, can't we raise the roof just a little bit? And not in the 90s sense, raise the roof. Not like that. In the sense like, hey, can we make the roof taller? Raise the roof. Golly, I haven't said that in years. Sure. Not that it matters. Serve is over from Keys, dug up by Neeson, and that is in on that near sideline by Abby T-Lander. 10-7. Paige Wiener will check in for Anderson. Anderson, these last 2 sets, has gotten some more time. Really didn't see the floor in the first, but these last 2 she has. And now Paige Wiener will check back in. Kendra Heinz the serve. Classman, that one gets into the rafters. Ricochet, though, and Keys is there. Hitting it over is Rysdam. Neeson on the back line. Rude nearly off the net. Does keep it alive. And Ellie Thielander, oh my goodness, that one just crawls over the net. Morgan Rysdam will look for the kill, and that is long, yes. Was nearly tipped out, but it went long in the hit from Rysdam. 10-8. Heinz serve is long. And the Bombers get one back, 11-8. And we'll see if we don't have an update from over there in Mora between the Mustangs and the Lions. Yes, we do. 25-16, Mora wins set 2 over Ogilvie, so they lead 2-0. Zeltinger with the dig. Rude sets it back into play, and Abby Thielander looking for the kill, but it's dug up nicely. Morgan Rysdam hits that one off the net, dug up by the Tigers, and Paige Wiener will deliver that one home. 11-9. This has been so much fun here. Back and forth, back and forth. You know, even though it has felt very much in the first and this set, like Braham has completely had the advantage, along with that home court advantage. It really, Tigers have done a good job to keep themselves in it, as the Tigers seem behind that play, but still managed to get it across. Morgan Rysdam again hits it long. Rysdam has a lot of power, but one of the things that you'd like to see her kind of reel in is the accuracy. Sometimes she just needs to go with more of a accurate hit than you do the power hit. And I don't even think that was the case there, but we've seen it where that has been the case. Blocked at the net by 2 players, and this is going to get down. And was that Bridget Golly, I think, with the kill that time? I think she almost mishit it, but it works in her favor for the kill. Ava Kunke serve. Ellie Thielander there. Rude pushes for Abby. It's going to get over and through a block, and Abby Thielander will get it back for the Tigers. Speaking of, she'll go back to serve. It's long, and just long, too. So an error there on the serve, make it 13-11. Oh, and Zeltinger couldn't quite read that one cleanly. It's going to be an ace this time for Rysdam. She's got a few of those on the night. 14-11. All of a sudden it was back and forth, 1 point tie, but the Bombers have since retaken the lead, and this one into the rafters again. It went to the backboard, then into the rafters, and, well, Tigers just could not get it off the double ricochet. And it's 15-11. Tigers now trail by 4. Bombers trying to win this third set and extend it at least 1. 2 Tigers go after it. It was Abby Thielander and Zeltinger. Another ace for Rysdam. And will we see a timeout from the Tigers? We will. We'll take a commercial break. Here word from our fine sponsors on WCMP.
The Classic Edge HDX from Center Boiler is the outdoor wood furnace for you. This furnace can heat anything. Your house, shop, greenhouse, even a pool, all with one Classic Edge HDX. The Firestar combustion control takes all the worry and guesswork out of wood heating. It automatically controls combustion for highest efficiency with any kind of firewood, and you can remotely monitor the furnace from anywhere.
Northland Boiler Sales, your local central boiler sales dealer. Visit northlandboilersales.com.
Back here on WCMP, 106.5 FM AM 1350. Braham has now tied their largest lead of the game at 5 points. It is 16-11 in this third set. Braham trying to extend this game past this third set. Morgan Rysdam's serve is over, and it is long. Well, again, the timeout works for the Tigers this time, just to kind of interrupt the rhythm and throw them off. Shania Anderson will check in for Paige Wiener, and she will go back to serve. Anderson's serve is over. Dug up by Klassman, and Keys will look for the kill. It ricochets, and Anderson's still going to get it over. Wow, that is just good job keeping up with it. Blocked at the net, dug up by Anderson on the back line. Rude, and now Neeson will push it over. And, oh, my goodness. Laying it all out there was, God, she's going to have bruises in the morning, but it's going to, benefit her team as Rysam lays that one out. And then the long hit from Rush City makes it 17-12. That is just, it's so impressive because, if I'm being honest, I'm not diving on the floor for anything. Yeah, I'm not. Okay, I'm not going to dive on the floor on this, especially this hardwood floor. No thanks. Morgan Rysam does not care. She is putting it all on the line for her team here tonight. Now the serve from Classman will go into the net, 17-13. Clara Neeson puts it over. Classman to Lenez. Blocked at the net, and it's going to get down. The block that time from Ellie Thielander. 17-14. You can really tell, though, momentum is heavily on the Bombers' side right now, even though the Tigers still within 3, but, man, Braham has all of it going their way right now. As they'll set up for Mackenzie Golly again. Oh, the right spot, but just a little too heavy-handed on it. She tried to push it over into that front side corner on that sideline, but just a little too much on it. She took a lot off, but still had just a little too much momentum going forward. 17-15 Neeson. Serve over. Rysdam. Gets the hit, does Keys through a block. And now Abby Thielander will look for the kill. Nice job with the dig by Classman and Keys. Oh, mishit it into the net. And all of a sudden, the Tigers have life. 17-16. And this one, again, if I'm Braham, I've got to know that, hey, we can't let them tie this, and we especially can't let them take the lead because that is how the first 2 sets went. And when we let them take the lead, it was kind of all Rush City from there. So if you're Braham, this is where you got to step it up a notch. Keys hits it off the net. Oh, the net is the friend that time, not the foe. And she benefits off hitting into the net. Lenez will go back to serve for Braham, 18-16. Hey, any way you can get it, you take it. Doesn't matter if it's off the net or not. Neeson did not get a clean dig that time, but the Tigers still get it across. They'll look to set it up for Keys through a block. Neeson. And, oh my goodness, what a fantastic play there by Heinz for the kill. Just realizing, hey, there is nobody home in that front side, near sideline corner, and she pushes it right where it needed to be, like a puzzle piece, just fitting it in there perfectly. Ellie Thielander has this one get over. Trying to set it up for Ava Kunke off a block. Anderson redirects. And on the far side, Abby Thielander gets it. And they'll get it over for Keys off the net again. Neeson, Rude, Abby Thielander off the net. Another diving dig from Rysam. Oh, and in the boundary over there on that far side, Ava Kunke just couldn't quite get a clean hit. And it is tied at 18 apiece. And now if you're the Tigers, it's almost like smelling blood in the water. Can you finish this and take the lead, number one, and then go ahead and finish it off? This one is over on the second hit by the Bombers. They'll set it up for Abby Thielander on that far side. Classman does get the dig. Oh, it goes off the rafters, but they keep up with it. Olivia Keys looking for the kill. Dug up on the back line by Ellie Thielander. They'll set it up again for Abby Thielander. She kind of mishit that one. It also went off a block of hands. Oh, and then the hit there from, I think that was Rysdam. A miss hit and hits it near the scorer's table, and it's going to be 19-18. All of a sudden, the Tigers have the lead late in this one. Back after 30 seconds on WCMP.
Need a prescription or medication advice? Wellia Health's community pharmacies in Mora and Pine City are open Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Our friendly pharmacists are here to answer your questions and to help with prescription transfers. Call us at Pine City 320-322-5141 or Mora 320-679-3999 or visit welliahealth.org.
And we're back on Anthem Country, AM 1350, 106.5 FM. On that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard, Tigers lead 2-0. They won the first set 25-21, the second 25-20. They currently lead 19-18 here in the third. They will leave you with smiling Embrace forever. We'll Embrace Orthodontics. This one far from over, but if the Tigers win this set, it's a clean sweep. But the Bombers still in it and have a chance to try and win this set and push it to, at the very least, a fourth. Ellie Thielander, wasting no time, and there's a reason. She got the whistle for the serve, and Braham not aligned properly. And they will benefit because they were not aligned properly. So the quick serve from Ellie Thielander works. Braham not aligned properly, and now it's 20-18. That, we'll hope, won't kill any momentum for Braham. Meanwhile, the hit is here by Keys. It's hit over by Ellie Thielander. Lenez will set it up for Keys again, this time on this near side. Neeson with the dig on the back line. Morgan Rysdam, another diving dig. Keys, excuse me, I apologize. Getting it over. And Abby Thielander threw a block. Diving dig again, but they cannot keep it alive and get it back over the net. 21-18. Ellie Thielander serve is over Classman. It's at the net, and Abby Thielander gets the block. Make it 22-18. Still plenty of set to go. Braham can certainly come back. Classman with the dig will push it backwards. Morgan Rysdam, the effort, but Mackenzie Golly just could not get it back over. 23-18. Now Braham still has a timeout. I wonder if they'll use it here. Does not look like they will. Ellie Thielander. Another serve. Classman to Lenez. Mackenzie Golly over, and it is, it's in. Mackenzie Golly keeps the Bombers alive with that one. Again, 8-ball corner pocket is kind of what she called that time. Keys will serve now for Braham. Oh, no. Oh, man. Well, hit it into the net on the serve, and it is match point. Bombers need 5 straight to erase match point and to try and still have a chance at this one. Heinz will serve. It's over. Dug up by Keys. Lenez, they're setting it up for Rysdam, and that's who you want it to get it to, but it's dug up by the Tigers. Abby Thielander will finish it off, and the Tigers are going to get the victory here, 3-0 as they win set 3, 25-19. That is going to do it here. Tigers win 3-0. We'll be back after word from our fine sponsors, and we'll see if we can't get a Pine Insurance Player of the Game here on WCMP.
Here's the pitch.
Here's the pitch in North Branch, the area's premier indoor batting cages and training facility. Coaches, when you need space that's air conditioned or heating with enough room to get in some team training, book Here's the Pitch. Fixing swings, catchers using the state-of-the-art machines, breaking in bats, whatever the team needs to dominate next season. Let Here's the Pitch elevate their game. Here's the Pitch in the North Branch Outlet Mall.
Guy Fieri's Flavor Town is now available at your Freeway Holiday Station store in Pine City. You know, Guy Fieri of Food Network fame is rolling out some of his favorites like the mac and cheese burger, sweet heat chicken and waffle, jalapeno potato nuggets, and candy chaos cookies. And you can only get these at your local Freeway Holiday Station store. Flavor Town is rolling out now. Guy Fieri's new Flavor Town at the Freeway Holiday Station store in Pine City. 'Cause you gotta stop somewhere.
Rush City Auto and Standard Auto and Classics in North Branch invite you to check out their 2 full lots of quality used vehicles. They've got a car or truck for any size budget. Get your next vehicle from a local dealer with a great reputation. Rush City Auto and Standard Auto and Classics in North Branch are going to put you into a vehicle that you will love at a price you can afford. For more information, visit rushcityauto.com to view up-to-date inventory. Rush City Auto and Standard Auto and Classics. Quality used vehicles, rushcityauto.com.
Back here on WCMP, we're now joined by our Pine Insurance Player of the Game, and our Pine Insurance Player of the Game will receive that Pine Insurance Agency Player of the Game t-shirt. Pine Insurance with locations in Aiken, Ham Lake, Moose Lake, McGregor, and Pine City. Our Pine Insurance Player of the Game is Zoe Classman. First of all, thanks so much for joining me. And so Turn your mic on. There we go. So tonight you got to be the libero. So if people don't understand what it means to be the libero for your team.
So basically the libero means that you play back row the whole game and you don't do a rotation in the front row. And most of the time you want to take the balls that are sent to the back row.
Okay, so thank you for that explanation. Now this was a rivalry game here tonight. What was the feeling coming into tonight's game?
We kind of just wanted to have fun, and there was really nothing to lose coming into the game. So we had fun, and I think that was the most important thing.
You guys kept it close all game long. It felt like each and every time you guys were about to win the set. What were the conversations like on the sideline during either the set breaks or those timeouts?
We start the set really strongly, but we have a hard time finishing it, and I think we just kept on encouraging each other and telling each other that we can finish the set.
Now we know this team has a bunch of talent. They're still growing. What is it going to take for this team to kind of get over that hump and finish off some of these sets?
I think that we just need to stop focusing on ourselves and, be there for the team, but I think that we can definitely pull one of these games off.
Absolutely. Well, we'll be excited to watch this team continue to grow. Thank you so much for joining us, and good luck going forward.
Of course, thank you.
We'll be back. And we're back again with another one of our Pine Insurance players of the game. This time it was Abby Thielander from Rush City. First of all, thanks so much for joining me.
Yeah, of course.
And this a rivalry game here tonight. What was the feeling for you guys coming into tonight's game?
Just excited to play again. It's fun to play a rival team.
Absolutely. And you guys coming in on another hot streak, winning 8 of your first 8 games. Was there any pressure coming into tonight's game to try and stay unbeaten, or was it just play Rush City volleyball?
It's always just play Rush City volleyball. We don't come in with pressure. There's no thought of oh shoot, what if we lose this? It's always just let's play Rush City volleyball.
Now this team has been young for a few years, but this year, kind of the youngest it's been in a while. What was the offseason like for this team to try and get that experience up, but also stay close as a team?
Yeah, this summer we did a lot of team bonding. We did team camps together where we went down to St. Thomas and got to stay in a hotel and stuff like that. And a lot of our team, there's connections, and then there's not so many, so it's been good. We've made a lot more connections.
For sure, and you guys have been able to learn from the seniors of past years. What has it been like to be able to not only play behind them, but alongside some of those seniors from past years?
For me, I've gotten to play with everyone, and now being the leader role, I think I take all the good from them and bring it on to this year and the next year.
And again, this team is very young, but what does it mean for you to be one of the leaders of this squad?
It means to be I have the most experience on the team, to bring the most positivity, guidance, and stuff like that.
Absolutely. You guys, early on, Braham kind of had control, but you guys were able to stick with it and continue to play your game and come back right at the end of each set and get the victory. What was the conversations like, maybe in between sets or even at timeouts during some of these sets when you were trailing?
The conversation was we need to just clean up our mistakes, play our city volleyball, and play loose is what we say. Just play loose.
We'll have one more game coming up this week. What are some of the things you're hoping to kind of get done before the next game?
Definitely work on starting off, pedal to the metal, no starting off slow. Play our city volleyball the whole time, not just at the end.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for joining me, and good luck going forward.
Of course, thank you.
We'll be back after a word from our fine sponsors.
Kettle River Pizza is a proud supporter of sports teams and community organizations. Local groups and teams across the state have had amazing success with Kettle River Pizza fundraising. From sausage and pepperoni to chicken Alfredo or the hot Hawaiian, the cheesy deliciousness practically sells itself. Visit Kettle River Pizza Fundraising on Facebook to schedule your next fundraiser. It's so easy to get started. Got a pizza craving now? Pick up a Kettle River Pizza at your local grocery store or convenience store today. That's great tasting pizza.
Need reliable energy? Burnett Dairy Cooperative has you covered with top quality propane services. Whether you're heating your home, running your business, or firing up the grill, our propane is safe, efficient, and always dependable. Choose Burnett Dairy Cooperative Propane, your trusted partner for all things energy. Stay warm, stay powered, stay local.
Back here on WCMP Youth and Game Day Game, and I just want to take this time because, again, I appreciate any time we get to talk to the players. Sometimes I try to come up with what I think are intelligent questions, and then I get to see the faces of the players, and I realize it wasn't such an intelligent question. But I want to say thank you to the players for coming over, doing these interviews, taking time after a win or a loss to do these interviews. It can be hard, especially after a loss, to come over and talk to someone on the radio and try and talk about the game itself or other things. It can be hard. So I appreciate any of the players that we get to come over and have a conversation with. It is, it is greatly appreciated. It means a lot to me because, well, I get to sound better because I get to interview the player, but then we get a chance to get the player on the air. We get a chance to have the player talk about their team and represent their team, and we love representing our local athletes. So I appreciate both Zoe Klassman and Abby Thielander coming over, representing their squads and doing an interview with me. They certainly don't have to. They certainly wouldn't even have to come over and take their time with me, but I appreciate them doing that. So I just want to say that thank you real quick. And thank you to the coaches for, one, remembering to do that. Sometimes they get so busy, and it's not their fault. They get busy. They forget sometimes. I'm not blaming them at all. I just appreciate them for remembering to send them over and for taking time to send them over. I appreciate that. So, but we got business to take care of because looking at this one, the Tigers get the victory 3-0. The first set, they won 25-21. The second, 25-20, and then the third, 25-19. Kind of interesting. They won by 1 point better each set. But, yeah, looking at this one, in talking with Klassman, you heard her say they want to learn how to finish these sets. And I kind of mentioned that during the broadcast, not to be rude at all or not in a bad way, but they just, towards the end, again, in all three sets, they led a good chunk of these sets. This third one may have been the longest led, but other than maybe the first. The first and the third, they led almost the entire time. But it just looked like they struggled to finish off these sets the way they needed to. Now, whether that's the inexperience, whether that's maybe just the jitters, maybe it's the confidence, whatever it is, they'll work on that and they'll get better. And I can't wait to see what that looks like when they do figure that out. And they're going to be a really good and a tough team to beat. Now, again, for Rush City, they're a young team. The youngest I think they've been in a long time. They have 3 juniors. Abby Thielander and Natalie Rude are kind of the veterans because they have the most playing time. Then the rest are sophomores and freshmen. This is the youngest they've been, but you heard Abby Thielander talk about it. They need to learn how to start off like they finish these sets. They finish these sets about as good as you can get, but they don't start off these sets so well. And if they can figure out how to start these sets like they finish them, this team is, they're already a problem, but this team, oh man, I don't want to say unbeatable because no team is unbeatable, but it's going to be that much harder to beat them. And they're going to have, every team that they play is going to be in for it. But there's still a lot to learn for both of these squads. There's still a lot to improve, and I really can't wait to see what they look like. And you'll hear us talk about it on the morning shows. The most exciting thing about doing this is, yes, calling the games are some fun ones, but is seeing the growth of these teams and what they are able to do and become and turn into. And that's sometimes the best part of being able to call these games. So again, for Rush City, this is not it for the week. Neither is it for Braham. Rush City will get to host Aiken on Thursday. They will get to host a conference opponent. Aiken, yes, is a conference opponent. I forget that too, but Aiken is a conference opponent. And then Braham will get to travel up to another conference opponent in Crosby Ironton on Thursday. So they both will have one more game this week, a busy week for both of these squads. If you're wondering how to stay tuned, well, a good way is to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe button. That way, every time we go live with a local sporting event, you'll be notified, and then all you have to do is click that notification. It will bring you right to the live video. Another way you can stay tuned is our morning show on 100.9 FM with Joshua Miron at 7:45 and 8:45. We'll talk about this game, all the other games going around our local listening area, plus some regional and national sports as well. Also, a way you can stay tuned is our website at WCMPradio.com. Go to the sports tab there, click on broadcast schedule. That will show you all the links for the games that we'll be covering this week of play. Also on our website, you can find coaching interviews, players interviews, plus articles from games that we've been at that you can read on and kind of read a little mini story on. Another way to stay tuned is our social medias. Our Facebook page at WCMP Radio, our Instagram at the same, and then our Twitter at Q Media Sports. So be sure to like, follow, subscribe, do whatever you have to do to stay up to date with all things local sports and follow our social medias. Again, the Tigers get the victory here 3-0 over the Braham Bombers. For WCMP, I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. Remember to be kind to everyone. You never know what someone is going through, and your kindness can truly make somebody's day. So again, and especially today's world, people hide it, unfortunately, so well. So let's be sure to be kind to everyone that we see, because again, that struggle is so real. But again, I appreciate you all for tuning in. And until next time, I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman for WCMP. Have a great rest of your night.
That concludes our broadcast from WCMP Sports, a Q Media Group radio station, and brought to you in part by local advertisers. For high school sports schedules, scores, and interviews, visit WCMPradio.com. Catch more local live action all season long, right here on this local radio station. Also available via the WCMP mobile app, available for free download in the App Store, and multiple Q Media Group YouTube streams. Thank you for joining us. Now back to regularly scheduled programming. WCMP is 100.9 FM, 106.5 FM, and 1350 AM. Licensed out of Pine City.